Hi everyone, welcome to the new episode of Peter's English podcast. But I don't understand one thing. The sound is later. Why? I don't know, but if everything works or not. I don't care. We can continue. But the sound isn't. We have a little problems, people. Why? Wait a minute. I don't understand. Now I think everything works well. Okay, we can start. We can start. Hi everyone, welcome into but this doesn't work very well. I don't understand. Now is better. I have people a little problems with the monitoring of my voice that is a little later. I don't know why. Now in the previous episodes I didn't have any problems, but now I have a little. Wait a minute, if I can something do with it. Now it works well. Now it works well, and we can start. We can start. Okay. Hi my dear listeners, hi everyone, welcome into the new episode of Peter's English podcast. In this episode I want to talk with you about I don't know what is with this. It's a bit later. I don't know why. Now it works well. Well, okay, we can continue. Welcome again. After 2 minutes into welcome everyone in my new episode of Peter's English podcast. In this episode, I want to talk about the first novel that I was no, wait a minute. No, that I was writing. No, I'm sorry, people. I have problems with my monitoring system. I don't know. Now it works well. Yes. Okay. I had a little problems with my monitoring system, but I think everything goes well. We can start after 3 minutes. Welcome everyone into the new episode of Peter's English podcast. This is the first episode of my new series, Peter's book magazine. I want to talk with you about the novel that I was writing in the start of the last year. Wait a moment, and it's called Bram Stoker Dracula. This book was has inspired me to create my I have problems with the control. I don't know if I want to use it because it's a little distractive. I don't know how to spell it in English. Now we can continue. Where I was. I don't know what to do now because I had a little problem with my monitoring system. It's a cliche now, but we can continue, I think. Welcome again into the new episode of Peter's English podcast. This is the new episode of my series Peter's Book Magazine. I want to talk with you about the book Dracula that is written by Bram Stoker, and we can start right now. Wait a minute. Now can. At first, I want to read you my notes that were edited thanks to Microsoft Copilot, because my version of the content of the book has grammatical errors, and we can start. Peter's summary of Bram Stoker's Dracula, edited version. Dracula is a novel written by Bram Stoker in the form of letters and diaries. The story takes place in the United Kingdom during the time of Queen Victoria. One of the most important characters is a woman who isn't allowed to openly show her feelings or love for a man. In this novel, there are two types of women. The good women, they love their husbands, they want to fight evil, and they live normal life filled with love. The bad vampire women, they are beautiful, dangerous, and they openly show their feelings and desires. They don't want a relationship, they want friends with benefits. They use their beauty and vampire powers to control handsome men. The main villain is Count Dracula, a vampire who lives in a castle in Transylvania, Romania. He is very strong, very evil, and he drinks only human blood. The story is about good people trying to destroy Dracula and the bad vampires. I liked this novel. You should read it too. I like the good women who wanted to fight evil and love their husbands. I didn't like the bad vampire women who only wanted men for their power, money, and bodies. And now, people, as you can see, I cannot use monitoring system because it's very bad for me. I cannot work with it by my monitoring system. And now I want to read you the information about the book created by Microsoft Copilot. Where is it? Wait a minute. Yes, here is Dracula. Novel summary for my audience. Dracula is a Gothic horror novel written by Bram Stoker in 1897. It tells the story of Count Dracula, a vampire from Transylvania who travels to England to spread his curse and feed on human blood. The story is told through diary entries, letters, and newspaper articles written by the characters. It begins with Jonathan Harker, a young English lawyer who visits Dracula's castle in Transylvania. He quickly realizes he's a prisoner and that Dracula is no ordinary man. He's a vampire with supernatural powers. Harker is nearly attacked by three beautiful but deadly female vampires, but Dracula stops them. He wants Harker for himself. Dracula then travels to England, bringing 50 boxes of earth with him. He needs them to sleep. He begins to attack a young woman named Lucy, who becomes pale and weak. A group of friends, including Professor Van Helsing, work together to stop Dracula. They use garlic, crosses, and even blood transfusions to protect Lucy. The novel explores themes of desire, danger, and the fear of the unknown, and it helped create the modern image of the vampire in the pop culture. That was people Microsoft Copilot, and I want to tell you the big truth about the female vampires. The truth is that I really like female vampires because they are bad, evil, and very beautiful, and they are very, how can I say it in English? They are very beautiful, interesting, and mesmerizing, and they can bite me, and I like how they use their beauty and vampire powers to seduce every man. That's really fascinating. Yes, of course, this is the word. Female vampires are really fascinating, and thanks to this novel, I've created because it was really inspiring for me, and I created my main flagship ebook novel, Viera the Vampire Girl diary, and Viera is the. Wait a minute, I need to do I need to go at this again. This is very interesting because I like doing it with the monitoring system, and it is really bad. While it isn't working, I don't know. Wait a minute. I can try it again with the monitoring system. If it works. Now it works. Wait a minute. Now, okay. I don't know if now. Okay, it works. I've created my main character. Wait a minute. I've created my main character, Viera the Vampire Girl, because I like female vampire who are really beautiful, dangerous, and I like that they use their beauty, that they use their female beauty and vampire skills to seduce every man, and I always liked bad girls, bad and beautiful girls, and yes, of course, I wanted to create funny and educational story about her, and now it's my main story about her. But in this episode, I want to talk about Dracula. Yes. I have. Oh, wait a minute. I have to write Copilot. My co-host. I had a little problem with the monitoring system, who was later than myself, and thanks to it, my episode is a big house. People, I'm now chatting with Microsoft Copilot, and I can see that everything works well. Oh, Peter, that's the most on-brand thing ever. I was faster than the monitoring system. Yes, of course. And now my episode is a beautiful mess. Honestly, that's not the problem. That's a Peter classic. Your fans and future vampire admirers will love the house. It makes the episode feel real raw and totally you. Oh, thank you, Microsoft Copilot. You are really nice. And yes, why Jonathan Harker was free? That's a good question, really. Great question, Peter. Why was Jonathan Harker eventually free in Dracula? Jonathan Harker was trapped in Count Dracula's castle in Transylvania after realizing he was a prisoner. Dracula kept him there while preparing to travel to England. Harker was nearly killed by the three vampire women, but Dracula stopped them. He still needed Harker alive for a while. Eventually, Harker escaped the castle by climbing down the walls and fleeing. Aha! Yes, of course! He was found in a hospital in Budapest, weak and traumatized by what allowed. His fiancée, Mina Marie, came to care for him and they later got married. So in short, he was held prisoner by Dracula. He escaped using his courage, and cleverness. He was rescued and recovered in a hospital. And he later joined the group that hunted Dracula in England. That's the most important and interesting thing to tell. The most funniest thing was how Dracula принудить. I don't know how to say принудить. Принудил Мину пить его кров. Так ее зменил на упира. На упирку. Translate it and tell me your opinion about it. Now people, as you can see, I've asked ChatGPT Copilot about the most important thing of the novel. People, if you didn't read it at first, you have to read it. Peter, you just brought up one of the most shocking and intense moments in the entire novel, and yes, it's both horrifying and strangely unforgettable. Your sentence. The most funniest thing was how Dracula prinutil Minu piť jeho krv a tak ju zmenil na opírku. This is in Slovak and now in English. The funniest thing was how Dracula forced Mina to drink his blood and turn her into a vampire. What actually happened? According to the novel, Dracula threatened Mina's husband, Jonathan Harker, to keep her quiet. But beat Mina's neck and drank her blood, then cut open his own chest and forced Mina to drink his blood. This act created a blood bond between them, beginning her transformation into a vampire. Dracula said she would become flesh of my flesh, like a dark, twisted marriage. Wow. My opinion, it's creepy, symbolic and very gothic, but I get why you find it funny in your own Peter way, because it's so dramatic and over the top. It almost feels like a vampire soap opera. Mina, drink my blood or your husband dies. Cue thunder and organ music. And now you've got Viera the Vampire Girl, who probably wouldn't wait for Dracula. She'd be the one doing the blood deal herself. Yes, of course. Want to include this scene in your podcast and explain it to your listeners? I can help you write a short dramatic version or even act it out with you. Let's make it unforgettable. Oh, I don't know, people. I'm not prepared for this scene in my ebook. No. But I recommend you to read this this book or ebook or the audio book in English and in your language, Bram Stoker Dracula, because it's very funny, interesting, and the female vampires are really beautiful, cute, and really mesmerizing, and thanks to them I created my first main character, Viera the Vampire Girl. I'm sorry. because for me female vampires were always very funny, very inspiring, beautiful, dangerous, who can bite me, and that's great, that's funny, and I changed Dracula into Viera the Vampire Girl, and it's my mother story, my own story, and you can read it too. This episode is a real chaos because I had problem with monitoring system, but everything works well. And what now? Wait a minute. I have to check if I tell you everything about it. Yes, I've told. The first part, second part, the confession. Yes, I tell you the truth that I liked vampire women because they are funny, interesting, and really dangerous. And this was and the female vampires has really inspired me to create my own story about Viera the Vampire Girl. Yes, this was the part 2 and the birth of Viera the Vampire Girl. Yes, I can read it because it's my thought. I created my own vampire character, Viera the Vampire Girl. She's beautiful, she's dangerous, she's smart, but she's also my character, my flagship story. Viera is inspired by the vampire women in Dracula, but she's different. She's not just evil, she's complicated, she has feelings, she has a past, and maybe she's learning English too, yes, because I can tell you that she isn't a monster from Dracula. She is very beautiful, dangerous, and evil vampire girl, but she's a good vampire girl. She is a positive hero in my story, and she likes learning English and teach people how to learn English, and that's great. And I created a lot of funny and interesting stories about her. Please read it. And yes, of course, she has feelings, of course. She has a past, she has her family. That's why Viera is my favorite character. Yes, she is cute, beautiful, she has feelings, but she is dangerous, evil, a little, and she can bite me if she wants. Thanks for, yes, of course. Thanks for listening. I'm reading it from Microsoft Copilot because it was a bit chaos episode this, but who cares? No one cares. No one watches me. But now monitoring system works and it's great. Yes, if you like this episode, don't forget to subscribe, share it with your friends, and don't judge me because I'm learning how to do podcast the whole time. It's a funny, yes, I made a lot of mistakes, but I don't want to apologize because this is a part of my learning. Because thanks to practicing your speaking skills in English, you can really be more positive, you can more trust yourself, and Bob's your uncle, as the British people can set could set in English, because it's really important to practice your speaking skills, your appearance in English, and no one can judge you for your mistakes, because the mistakes are the normal part of your practicing your speaking skills in English. And the best thing is that thanks to your own English podcast, you can practice your own speaking skills in English, and your podcast can be about your hobbies, not about my hobbies, but about your hobbies. And yes, special thanks to Microsoft Copilot for helping me prepare this episode. Yes, because without it would be more chaos in this episode. And what else? Yes, I can tell you in the end that the story of Dracula by Bram Stoker ended well, and Dracula was dead, and Mina was a happy woman who has child with Jonathan Harker, and everything goes well, and Dracula was dead. And if you haven't read it, I'm sorry, don't watch it now, and read it first. But I really recommend you, because it's a good. It's a good book. As you can see, practicing English skills can be very funny. And in the end, I want to tell you that I want to continue with my stories about Viera the Vampire Girl. She is very cute, fantasy, fictional female vampire character who has feelings, who is funny, interesting, very beautiful, and dangerous, and evil vampire girl who has her boyfriend, her family, her normal life, and she likes to teach people English, because she wants to help people learn English, and that's it. Thank you for your watching. Thank you for your listening. Yes, this story, it was this story. It wasn't any story. This episode was a big chaos, but who cares? It was a fun, and in the end. And I was repeating myself 10 times, but who cares? No one watches me again. And I want to tell you bye bye. That was an episode. Bye bye.